So it is time, ladies and gentlemen. It is the breakdown of all my top favorite movies of 2025. So we're gonna start the list off kind of strong. A lot of people left this off their list, but I love Ballerina with Anna de Armas. I think she's a beautiful actress through on and throughout. She's very pretty to look at, and I loved her. I love her character in this movie, and to me, it got very undershadowed. Like it didn't make the box office. It didn't meet the box office expectations of obviously John Wick, but I mean. It's John Wick. John Wick literally revolutionized the way how action movies are done. So to create this spinoff, I thought that she did it justice. My personal opinion, it was one of my favorite movies. Obviously, that's why it's on this list. Solely slept on, but to me, action packed, decent storyline. I love how John Wick came in here and helped her out. Boom, bomb movie. I don't know why a lot of people were hating on this movie and didn't really get it. Next up to me, Sisu 2 was probably one of my favorite movies that came out this year, just because you got a lot of the general storyline to me in this was a little bit better. He basically was taking his family home, back to his home country, his killed family, and then it was crazy because he actually met the person that killed his family, and like it's like he was the monster that he created. So anyone that got in his way, he killed. So it's good to leave a movie thinking like, damn, what was better, the first one or the second one? And these were literally tied. Like I think the first one has a 95 rating, and this one has like a 97. I love this movie. Gratuitous action and gratuitous violence, which I love. If you've been following me for a while, Sisu 2 had to go on this list. And also to me, you can make a list of all the best horror movies. I think 2025 was probably one of the best year for horror movies to come out in an extremely long while. Bring Her Back comes from the same people who made Talk to Me, the hit Australian movie that came out. I want to say Talk to Me came out in 2023. This one is along the similar lines, but just in a creepily movie. That this movie just blew me away just by the sheer creepiness about this movie. This here is one of the leads is that they're a demon, and this lady is basically essentially trying to bring her dead daughter back, but instill it, she has to basically bring other kids so they can almost steal their soul. But the thing about it is, it's just the way how she does it, like methodically trying to like make them people go crazy while pretty much ciphering their soul so she can basically bring her dead daughter back. It's fucking crazy. Now, when we talk about horror movies, we also have to talk about anime. Anime had one of the biggest openings in years in recent history. We have Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer. These were number one movies at the box office when they came out. Demon Slayer, this is now the highest grossing animated movie of all time, far as coming from Japan. 717 million dollars to date on a $20 million budget. Stood out in lines for this movie. English dub, sub, the cups that were released for this, the popcorn buckets, everything about Demon Slayer just basically went all on everyone. And this is actually nominated for one of the best animated movies of the year for Oscars and Academy Awards. Like, I love it. Can't wait for part two and part three. So I had to kind of make a split decision on this one. I really love Predator Badlands, but Predator Killer of Killers was also amazing. It came out this year. It's from the same director, and he just did a big one, especially after coming after I think 2021's Prey, which came out, which was directly to Hulu. And also, Killer for Killer was obviously Hulu, but it was all an animated movie. I really love the history, how they did it, how they brought all these killers from different time periods and put them together to fight the predators because they want the best of the best. On to Predator Badlands, where it shows how they create and become the predator, and he had to earn his keep on this desert island by killing this unkillable beast. And I just love both of these movies. Like I was in Predator's Battle, and this is actually the most successful Predator of all times. Not only being financially successful, but critic wise. Both of these movies have like 95 and 96 on Rotten Tomatoes. So not only were they a financial success, they were a critical success as well. So, and I will gladly say Zootopia 2 is my favorite animated movie of this year. The thing about Zootopia I think that a lot of people really love is that the way it just kind of pulls at the heartstrings, and the story how they basically put how they put real world situations in the eyes so children can understand them. I really love the fact how this one was the erasing of an entire race of people. Almost, even though these people had made a device that can bring all these different species together, but they erased these snakes and didn't give them the credit that they deserved, and the lynx essentially took over and created the scenario where they were the rulers and the people in charge, kind of like racism in here, how they do black people or how they have done Indians. That's what I really love about Zootopia. I think that's what stands out, and it's also the most successful animated movie now. Obviously, made 1.46 billion. It made $100 million in a day in China, and like this movie to me was, like I said, not only one of the best animated movies of the year. I think it's like one of the best animated movies ever. Like, but this was like one of the movies where you could kind of really centralize and see like, damn, they really took a long time to think about this. And this is exactly why it probably took them almost 10 years to come out with the sequel. And take another 10. If you could bring Zootopia 3 with the same kind of heartfelt messaging, how they brought it to you, love this movie. Once again, horror had a great year. Weapons, with Aunt Gladys, about a slew of children basically missing, coming up missing, and no one could find them, and everyone blames the teacher. I love Zach Kreger from Barbarian for this being his second movie. This movie was a smash out. I thought this movie, it was a little slow at some points, but once it got going, you were just like, wow, because the way the story is told in different chapters and through different people, and a lot of people didn't like that, but once the story comes together, it really starts blowing your mind, and I really love the way how they went about connecting the dots. Just amazing storytelling, and can't wait to see what Zach Kreger does next. My man Leo came for one battle after another. I think this was a great movie. Obviously, Benicio del Toro's in here, Sean Penn, Regina Hall, Tiana Taylor, such an amazing cast of an array of people, and Leonardo DiCaprio goes from like this revolutionary guy to like a stoner hippie in like the matter of years. But just the way how he is thrust in this situation of like being about that life to being like this lazy dad, but still kind of like a revolutionary at the same time. But Mario Supreme, Timothy Chalamet, love this movie about a guy want to be the best in ping pong, and he deserves a lot of the awards. He's getting a lot of flack, but this was an amazing movie. I have to say. Yeah, I'm running low out of time, but last but not least, Sinners had to be my favorite movie. On a $90 million budget, they made 60 million opening weekend, 300 worldwide, and this movie was just amazing. And it didn't get a lot of credit from Variety or Rolling Stone, which it should. Michael B. Jordan should be praised. And if he doesn't win a lot of the roles, if he loses against Timothy Chalamet, I won't be mad, but I will be mad. But he does deserve at least an Oscar or a Golden Globe win. Not a nomination, a win. But hands down, my favorite movie of the year, Sinners, Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler. Just an amazing movie. It was a cultural phenomenon. Like everyone went back to new movie theaters to keep seeing this movie. The movie theaters were packed, sold out because of this. So